Gibran Nassif, welcome
Yes.
to In My Show.
Welcome. Love it.
You are the founder of House of Lens, and you also have done other careers, which I really love, because when I was like researching your work, I saw that you had different careers, and I feel like that's so cool because it's like you lived all these different lives before you found your purpose and your passion. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So for those who don't know, can you just explain a little bit about what House of Lens is and what you do?
Yeah. It's been about 1.5 years since I started it. So it's basically a real estate videography business. So there's a lot of those Netflix real estate shows I was starting to watch. And then like the Selling Manhattan came out. And that inspired me to add that reality show kind of element to real estate videos. And I noticed they were doing it in like Dallas, New York, Los Angeles, of course, London, but it's not happening in New Orleans. Why not add that to the New Orleans real estate industry? So yeah, we do real estate videos for a lot of homes. A lot of the stuff I post is like very extravagant mansions in the New Orleans area. So it's kind of blew up on socials. And then we also do different types of like events for where a bunch of influencers come to the open house and shoot content in that house. And stuff like that. So we kind of do different services, but mainly for video and drone for real estate in New Orleans.
So after watching some of your content, I saw that it was very like, I feel like luxury and extravagant. What is it about real estate that you think it needs that element in order for people to like envision it as theirs?
Yeah, every home has a story. It is also, it's a real estate. There's people that get very attached to homes, especially if they're growing up in it and they're selling it in the future. But every home has a story. So when I do videos for these homes, especially in New Orleans, we're in such a historical, diverse city, and there's a lot of history here. So I usually sit down with their realtor as well. But as soon as I enter that house, I kind of already feel what the story was. And then they'll tell me more descriptions about that house. And, there's a blacksmith that renovated the house in 1906 or some really crazy stuff. So why not add that to video? And that's any advice for there's a lot of realtors that are doing a good job doing their own stuff on their phone. All those videos that go really viral on social media, they're being creative and they're adding that story to that house.
Right.
And I think that's going to attract more buyers, to that potential, to that house,
Yeah. One of the packages or services I saw that you offer is the influencer party, which you mentioned. How did you come up with that, and why is that important in today's day and age when it comes to social media?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I figured that was missing. I saw, again, it was it was the New York Manhattan show. The real estate show. And one of their agents on this show did an event where she had a happy hour and she invited a bunch of like YouTubers and influencers. And I remember someone else at the firm was talking down about it. She was like, no, that's not going to do well. And literally a couple days after that party, she sold the house from someone that attended that event that was like a YouTuber or something like that.
Wow.
So I thought it was a creative idea. Why not, influencers promote everything, right? Why not have a bunch of them come to an open house, or we host a party at a listing that the house house is for sale, and why not have a bunch of influencers promote that listing? And take content and actually also use that real estate listing they're at to use as a content house. And then we got food sponsors, drink sponsors to come. And why not just expose it that way? They post it on their social media channels. It's exposure for the real estate agent. And we ended up, so the first one we did, we got about 10 or 11 million impressions total.
Oh my God.
With all the influencers posting content. So it was really cool.
That's really impressive. No, I think it's a really cool idea because it's a way for like the influencers to like represent themselves.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I think it's just another way for people to envision what the property means to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so like walk us through a day and you creating content. Like, what does your day look like from start to finish?
Yeah, that's a good question. So an agent hits me up. They send me the address of the house. I kind of brainstorm. Usually that day of. So usually they'll hit me up a week before, and I kind of have time to think about it. But usually they reach out. They send me the address. I look up that address and kind of give an idea. Okay, this is like a very luxury real estate house in
Okay.
Ottoman, which is very something like classical music in the background, Succession vibes going on.
Okay.
So why not apply that? So it really depends on the house.
Hmm.
And once I see that house, get the idea, and then when I walk in, I kind of have an idea of what to do content wise. So I start with that planning part, and then I usually start with the drone shots.
Okay.
I usually go crazy with the drone. I think the less the better.
Okay.
Um, and New Orleans is tricky with drone stuff. There's always
Oh.
there's trees and wires, so you have to find the right takeoff space.
Yeah.
I would say the trickiest areas are like Ottoman areas. There's like trees and wires up
Right.
anywhere uptown.
Okay.
CBD is easy. It's a lot of space. So there's the drone part, and then I do a lot of B-roll shots of the house.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll ask the realtor what kind of rooms you want to highlight. Usually it's always a living space, dining
Okay.
space, backyard. And then last but not least is the realtor is going to be speaking, talking about the house. 80% of the clients I've gotten have never been on camera.
Oh my gosh.
So usually there's a lot of like, I'm apparently they say I'm great, but like making them feel comfortable on camera. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's very different
Right.
versus like you're talking to someone or even speaking in public. When you're on camera, a lot of people freeze up.
Hmm.
And so I kind of do a little quick lesson.
Yeah.
We use ChatGPT to help with some script hook ideas,
Right.
and we film them
Okay.
mic'd up and all that stuff. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
I mean, and also they're getting a new skill out of it.
yeah,
Learning how to get on camera, that's so important in today's day and age.
yeah,
You need it. It's like honestly essential for anything you do now.
yeah. I mean, and a lot of them are understanding it. New Orleans is a little bit behind with certain tech stuff, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of agents that are understanding. Hey, okay, as they see people in other markets, hot markets.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City is a really hot market, and there's a lot of content creation going on over there. Dallas, New York, LA. But we have a beautiful city. I mean, there's so many unique homes here with so much history that
Right.
no other city really has in the US. So yeah.
I saw that you did a video on the Irish Bayou Castle. That one I feel like is so memorable for a lot of like local
Yes.
people, but like what is your favorite that you've captured so far?
That was a good one
Okay.
because it really blew up. And I didn't
Oh.
expect it, but I kind of did because there's so many people that do road trips
Mm-hmm.
when they're leaving to I guess Florida or Mississippi, the other way, not to Texas,
Yeah.
and they see that castle. And I've always wondered what on earth is that random castle doing here?
Yeah.
Um, and there's so many people in the comments in that post that were like um, talking about like the castle, like, oh, I took a picture here. I was wondering what the hell that castle was. So that was really cool to see that. It just got me a lot more attention on
Mhm.
TikTok and Instagram, and that brought more clients to me. People wanting to hire me for stuff. Um, that was the most fun one. My favorite was this mansion I did in Ottoman Boulevard, right in the Ottoman area.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that house was wild because it was like a 11,000 square foot house.
Wow.
So it was a mansion.
Yeah.
There was like 10 living rooms.
Oh my god.
It was huge. The pool was huge. And then when I was looking at the pictures, this is the craziest part about it.
Mhm.
There was Harry Potter books in glass boxes signed by J.K. Rowling.
Wow.
Every single series. Like, who are these people that lived here? And then I saw pictures of like of Obama at the house,
What?
Clinton at the house,
Oh my
all the
god.
people. And the owner told me that, or the realtor told me that they've hosted 4 different presidents at that house for different science um, meetings or something like that. So it was really cool. I was like, where am I? But it took me like about 3 hours to do that house because it was so big.
Wow.
But that it's a pinned on my profile, so people want to check it
Yeah.
out if they can see it. But a lot of interesting stuff. So that was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I really love like watching home renovation shows and like celebrities houses because there's just so much detail that goes into it, like
Yes.
the interior design and really what you want your home to look like. It's so important because it's where you start your day and end your day. In your line of business, what is like a common misconception that people have when, I guess, making it a picture perfect moment, I guess?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think like we kind of just you mentioned a good thing earlier, but like the importance of social media and just video when it comes to that, because I was a first time home buyer a couple years ago, and I had trouble finding the right realtor, which happens. So that's
Yeah.
normal anywhere. But there was a problem with the content side. Like, I would rather see a very simple video of a house I'm looking at than a couple photos. The photos do help. That's like the main thing, right? But that video is a little like extra seasoning to the jambalaya. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's a weird comparison, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important for really any business owner, but also going into real estate, for them to do videos. There's a lot of content creators too that can do a video of a house. So that's when I started. That's why I did the influencer part, to also connect these content creators with these realtors. Why don't they partner up with the realtor, partner up with that restaurant, and all do a collaboration post in that area, highlighting maybe Uptown or
Yeah.
CBD or all those different areas. So there's so much opportunity, and I think every realtor or business owner needs to do video of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to pivot now because I'm really curious. Because I also highlight a lot of like musicians and people in the entertainment industry. You used to be in the music industry.
Mhm.
You used to make beats and were a producer, right?
Yes.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I have a lot. I have like a, yeah, like a, I guess I'm a music industry veteran.
Okay.
But I still play drums. So drums is my main thing.
Okay.
It all started I went to school in Austin. I played with this rapper called Zeely, kind of like Kid Cudi style indie rap. I joined him because I was in school at the same time, and it was about my second year, and I saw that there's an audition to drum for him, so I did it. Got in the band,
Wow.
and then randomly during a practice, he goes, "Oh, you want to play South by Southwest with us?" I was like, "Sure." Played South by Southwest. We played all these crazy shows for like CNN, like really random, Best Buy. Like, it was when South by Southwest. It was this was 2011, so South by Southwest was really getting big.
Yeah.
We played all these crazy events, and then we got asked to tour with Awolnation. They did this really big song called "Sail" that was really big at the time, and they were with Red Bull. So Red Bull invited us to go on tour with them,
Wow.
and then Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
This was right before they blew up. So I was like, what an interesting name. Like, what is that? Like, I've never, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, we got on that tour. It was a 35 city tour
Wow.
across the US. We played at, there's huge stages we played on. It's funny enough, in the middle of that tour, because AWOL Nation were the headliners, the Imagine Dragons was second right after us. So they weren't the headliners.
Wow.
But halfway through that tour, they got so big. And by the end of the tour, people were leaving when AWOL Nation came on. Because
Oh my
they all
God.
switched. Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy.
So what was your like mindset when you were touring? Were you like, oh my God, this is so surreal? Or were you like, this is great?
No, the very beginning, that's a really, really good question. At the very beginning of it was interesting because it was a lot at first. But we had a lot of resources. Like, we got food and drinks every night. We could request what we wanted. Like, this is cool. Okay. We were in a really nice, huge Ford van with we had like a PlayStation inside and like
Oh wow.
really cool stuff. I was 21. So
Oh, you were.
yeah.
Oh wow.
And everyone called me the baby on tour.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. I think, like you said, halfway through the tour, I had a kind of like a epiphany. I was like, this is crazy. I'm playing ping pong with Imagine,
Yeah.
the pong with Imagine Dragons, and
Yeah.
signing autographs every night. Hundreds of people taking photos with us. So it was a really cool. Oh, I loved it. I mean,
Yeah.
you get like, what's funny when you're touring, we played in Nebraska, Idaho, like really out there places. Those crowds were more fun than like the LA crowds, New York, because they don't get that often. So when you're playing in Omaha, Nebraska, people were going crazy, like people crying. I'll tell you one crazy story. Every night I threw my drumsticks into the crowd,
Wow.
and there's just one night I had extra adrenaline. I just threw it with like, instead of underhand, I
Yeah.
threw overhand.
Uh-huh.
We're at the merch table signing stuff, and I see a girl with the drumstick and blood on her head.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
oh no, we're gonna get sued. We're gonna get kicked off the tour. This is bad. She goes, "Could you sign this?" I was like, "Oh, what, are you okay?" Sure, I'm fine. So I signed the drumstick. That was a crazy moment. But
Yeah.
the tour guy goes, "Gibran, I need to talk to you for a second." Oh God, he goes, "Just do underhand next time. You're good." I was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
But there's a lot of crazy stories, but that was the craziest one. I think.
Yeah. I feel like that's nice. You got your taste of fame early. Are you still friends with anyone that you toured with, or were they just
Yeah,
tours to have?
yeah. I still know all the guys in Imagine Dragons. The drummer left the band,
Okay.
so they got someone else. But I still keep in touch with them here and there. They know my brother and sister, like my siblings, because they went to go see me on tour as well. So it's really funny. It's
That's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah. And then so yeah, I keep in touch with all of them. And it's crazy. That was like, I don't know how long ago that was. 13 years ago.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And you also started a podcast, Keyed Up, right?
Yes.
Where you interviewed musicians or people in the tech industry about their career, right? So what inspired that?
COVID.
Okay.
It was lockdown when everyone was just stuck at home. But I started to build. I wanted to get into that, but 2019 was that weird year where
Yeah.
everyone was just like exhausting themselves in like work and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Including myself. I was still like working at an office in Houston. It took an hour to get anywhere, but uh, everything shut down. Everything changed. Right, the world changed.
Right.
Let me reach out to all these cool people I've met going on tour. So I work for record labels too,
Oh, cool.
like Universal and Sony. So there was a lot of different people I met. Why not interview them? They're stuck at home. It's a good advantage because there's a lot of like bigger people, like celebrities that they were bored. They're like, okay, let me just go on this interview. So that's how it happened. Yeah, and so I started reaching out to people and built that network. And I also had an online music lesson school I launched during COVID too, and that was
Oh,
really
cool.
fun. It changed my life because now I'm fully remote, but it really, I think everyone got a skill from those times. They built some skill from gardening to whatever, and I built tech skills
Yeah.
during that time, and then haven't left tech since.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest obstacle since you've like been an entrepreneur? Like what have you had to face?
Um, there's a lot of people we follow online and social
Yeah.
media that I think it's better now, but there's a lot. It's really easy to compare yourself to like Mark Cuban or something, but that guy is a really high level person. I think comparison can sometimes discourage people when it comes to entrepreneurship or owning a business.
Yeah.
Not everything's perfect, and not everything uh, will be laid down the way you want it to be. So I think it's important to keep yourself motivated. Use like resources, like use AI stuff. There's so many tools like you can get into, from using Canva and CapCut. That's
Yeah.
all I use all the time.
Yeah.
Just quick editing. There's like the more expensive softwares and stuff, but
Right.
utilizing those tools whoever you are, like as a business owner, creator, and I think standing out and getting creative, and then getting inspired, going old school, reading books, listening to podcasts. I do that all the time in my free time. So
Yeah. And speaking of AI, what are you doing with AI? I saw that is it a company that you've launched, or tell us about it?
yeah, it's very new. It's this year. This is my debut announcement. But yeah, it's called Claryn. So like, it's really, I noticed there's so many AI tools. There's so much AI noise out there.
Yeah.
People are overwhelmed. There's Sora. It's like a whole mess, right? So why not sit down with companies, creators, and teach them how to use AI and
Yeah.
what to use AI what to use AI, and where, or I would say when to use AI, when not to use AI, and give them those options, and also add clarity to AI. There's a lot of business owners I'm like meeting or running into, or just like posting about hating AI, and just they don't know how to use it, they know how to start it, why not teach people how to use it, give them audits so they can, I can give them workflow audits so they can see like bottlenecks, like what their company is doing wrong and right using AI tech. And then also there's like a workshop element. So teaching small, medium-sized business owners how to use AI in the workplace,
Right.
AI ethics, like when not to use it,
Yeah.
privacy, and content creation
Right.
as well. But also not let those companies know, to clarify with them that they're not being replaced with AI.
Yeah.
But if they learn how to use it, they're going to be much more successful in those positions. Or if it's a small business owner too, right? It could be a coffee shop I could work with that could use AI to get more clients and leads and so forth.
Yeah. I think AI will always be something that's controversial, but maybe I'm wrong. I think just because we've done things by ourselves for so long that, kind of like what you said, we don't want to feel like we're not able to do it anymore. But especially for like the younger generation, I think they've already witnessed how efficient they can be with their time just by using it. Um, I sat down with Caitlin Minshaw a couple days ago, and I had her give me a question that she wanted me to ask you when it comes to AI, because she said, you're very knowledgeable about it and you know a lot about
I
it.
love it.
So her question was, like, as a content creator, how can people push through that barrier of, what she does? She's going out to restaurants and making content, but now they have like AI people or like AI women, AI men who can do the same thing. And it looks like it's actually them making the content, but it's not. So how can content creators, I don't know.
Stand out from
Yeah.
AI
Yeah.
avatars?
Yes.
Great question. Yeah. There's a lot of that. They're not perfect yet, but they're getting very realistic, and it's kind of scary to a lot of content creators. I think in 2026, and I saw this in an article by HubSpot recently for 2026, that a lot of people, general audiences of content creators, business owners, they're going to want to have more honesty if this was an AI post or not. Because companies lately are getting grilled for using AI avatars, Sora, like very out there stuff to promote a business. I think at the end of the day, people still do like real content creator, like real people,
Yeah.
like Hey Carla, all those people.
Right.
And there's going to be, people are still going to want that authentic video. And what Kate and other content creators can do is really change up that creative content and really just continue being themselves. They're going to still get a lot more people and build their audience that way versus using an AI avatar. People are noticing, like you'll see in comments like, AI again, really,
Oh my
this
God.
is too much. So,
Yeah.
and that's, I want content creators to understand, like, AI should be used with responsibility, of course. There's an ethical approach.
Yeah.
And there's also a privacy approach too. So,
Yeah.
those three things I think will help them stand out. And also just continuing to embrace AI with certain things that helps them, because content creation is a lot. People don't realize you're your own editor, you're writing stuff, you're doing the business side.
Yeah.
They can use AI for that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, that's a good question though.
Yeah. I'm also curious, have you ever heard of anyone feeling guilty about using AI? Because like for me, for instance, I try to get it to curate hashtags that are trending or like help me work the algorithm. But I feel like if I do that, the post is no longer mine. Like I feel like I'm handing it over to AI.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I say, so I use that as well sometimes. I think that's great for like SEO discovery purposes. Going back to the AI avatar stuff, like you can now clone yourself.
Yeah.
I forgot what the app was called, and then it can be like you being video. I tried it out the other day. I'm like, this is weird because like my eye twitched. Like I was like, this is creepy. Yeah, I was like, I don't know about this. But I say that's fine. That's great. It can, and it helps.
Yeah.
I've been using it too, and it's been helping get my content discovered more.
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, and then LinkedIn's becoming really popular with content creation. But
Yeah.
I would say TikTok and Instagram. You can say Facebook Reels, Facebook,
Yeah.
YouTube Shorts. They're all being algorithm based now, so it's all keyword SEO based.
Yeah.
So when people are you're gonna need help with that. It gets exhausting keeping up with their updates.
Yeah.
Why not use ChatGPT and AI to help you stay relevant? Especially that pro ChatGPT account. It's always updated. And you can really, stand out from other people. I'm sure obviously a bunch of people are using it, but it does help kind of like give a punch back to the algorithm
Yeah.
when things are not performing like you want it to.
Right.
Yeah.
I read in an article that you are a professor. Can you tell us a little bit about that also?
Yes, professor. I was my Harry Potter. But yes, so I was a music business professor
Oh, awesome.
when I was taking breaks between tours and stuff.
Okay.
So that was cool. So I taught students the do's and the do's and don'ts of the music business.
Yeah.
What not to do, what to do. So I was a pretty like out there teacher. Like
Yeah.
but it inspired me because when I just go in Austin, I had this guy named Jeffrey Shulman. He did like really high up stuff. He worked for the Who,
Oh,
like
awesome.
Rolling Stones. Like he's an old school music business guy.
Yeah.
And he came into the class. He goes, "Welcome everyone," and turns up the music. And I'm like, "Who's this?" And then turns it down. He goes, "Welcome to the music business. You're gonna be broke for a long time, but here's how to help yourself stand out." What? Like this is the degree I'm doing. Like that is it. Anyways, that teacher was life changing for me because he kind of showed me the steps. Like if you want to be a drummer or if you want to pursue this music career, you need to have a side job of some sort.
Yeah.
A lot of people just go all in. Sometimes they make it, which is great, but it's almost like that 99% versus the 1% thing.
Yeah.
He put that in my head. I was like 19. It's kind of stubborn. I was like, "No, you're not right." And then he would like sit down with me and goes, here's the reality of the music business. So fast forwarding to teaching the music business, I was doing not as intense like he was, like blasting music and stuff, but I kind of gave that approach to students because a lot of them were wanting to take out loans and build massive music studios and
Wow. Yeah.
stuff. And I was like, listen, it's changing. The music studio is actually going on anyone. It could be on anyone's laptop. You don't need to open a massive studio now, especially now. It's changed way more since I've been a professor. Like,
Yeah.
there's a huge AI problem with that. But yeah, so I was a professor for a couple of years. And it was kind of weird because I was like 25, 26 at the time.
Okay.
It was a media college. So there were students that were 20 and then 40 or 50.
That's awesome.
But they after the first day, they're like, "What are you young guy teaching me?" And then after day 2, the respect was there. And that's the thing as a teacher, if you don't have your class the first day,
Yeah.
you're done for the rest of the year because
Seriously.
they'll not come to class anymore, walk over you, this and that. So their first day, I was like, "This is what we're doing." And I made them excited. I think that every teacher is trying to do that too, make students more excited to be in the class. And I made it more exciting,
Yeah. I took some music courses at Loyola like a year ago. Yeah, their program's really phenomenal.
Yeah.
I won like tickets to Childish Gambino.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
I actually opened for Child Gambino one time in Austin. Yeah. We had drinks with him backstage. He was telling jokes and stuff. It was wild. Yeah, it was right when he got big because he was doing comedy right before.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, he was doing a couple like smaller shows and then got into music. He kept going back and forth, then got into music.
Yeah.
After that again.
I think I asked all my questions.
Cool.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, this is a great podcast. So everyone tune in, check her out. I love this conversation.
Thank you so much.
Cool.